Have you ever wondered why certain challenges seem specifically designed to test you? Today, we're diving into the spiritual realm where dark forces conspire against you, and yet each obstacle is a stepping stone pushing you towards your divine destiny. You've been living under the radar of these dark entities, and they're desperate to bring you down. Here's how you rise above and turn their desperation into your spiritual triumph. Welcome to a journey into the depths of spiritual warfare, where the stakes are not just high, they are eternal. Have you ever felt a pull towards something greater, a path illuminated by divine light, yet obstructed by shadows that seem all too eager to consume that light? Today, we delve deep into the spiritual battleground where malevolent forces, often referred to as devils, operate out of sheer desperation. They are acutely aware of the divine blueprint laid out for you, a plan so potent that it terrifies them. These dark entities have witnessed your spiritual triumphs and know too well the blessings and formidable power coursing through you now. The adversaries are powerless, watching you transform into their worst nightmare. You once roamed unwittingly through their dark realms, shining your light into the murky depths, never realizing they were leeching your vibrant energy. They thrived on your vitality and benevolence, exploiting your kindness and vulnerabilities. But now you stand liberated, a towering beacon amid the brewing storm, beyond their petty tricks and manipulations. As you embrace your higher calling and align more closely with divine intentions, the enemy's tactics grow more desperate. They weave doubts and distractions, trying to veer you off your sacred path. The intensity of these assaults mirrors the immense power within you, a clear indicator of your potential to influence and transform. Staying vigilant and rooted in your convictions is more crucial than ever as you navigate through these dark waters. Every decision you make shapes your journey towards or away from the enlightenment you seek. The path ahead is strewn with obstacles, each offering a unique opportunity for growth and a reaffirmation of your spiritual convictions. Remember, those who once thrived in your presence now watch, envious and hollow, as you continue to ascend. Their attempts to replicate your essence result in mere shadows of your true strength, a testament to your genuine and irreplaceable light. As you continue on this path, illuminated by divine guidance, every challenge faced not only dispels the darkness, but also paves a clearer route towards your spiritual destiny. This journey is not just about personal triumph, but also serves as a beacon to others, demonstrating the transformative power of faith and perseverance in overcoming the darkest shadows. But before we dive deeper, welcome to Ethereal Seekers. Here, we explore the battles and strengths hidden within us. Join us as we navigate through spiritual warfare, uncovering how to thrive with celestial guidance. Get ready to learn how to harness your inner power and make darkness retreat. The silence before this chaos wasn't a surrender, but a harbinger, signaling the immense power that flows through you, forceful and clear. As they watch helplessly, they realize the truth. You have become their greatest fear, and they cannot lure you back to their level. You've transcended the trivial pursuits they once engaged you with. The energy they neglected is now out of their reach, something they can only futilely chase. With each failed attempt, their sense of emptiness grows, proof of the dominance you now wield, unseen, out of reach, and unstoppable. As you advance on your path toward spiritual growth, remain vigilant to the desperate acts of those who once influenced your life. The deep silence you maintain speaks volumes more than any confrontation could. No longer seeking their approval and refusing to bend to their wishes, this quiet disconnection deeply affects them, creating a void they didn't anticipate. They find themselves lost in a whirlwind of doubt, where the lack of your presence feels more profound than any words ever could. An ex-lover, once buoyed by their control over you, now aimlessly roams a large, barren apartment where the luxury that once boosted their pride now echoes back the shadows of their doubts. In the vastness of their opulent spaces, the sound of your absence echoes louder, haunting the halls of their once joyful gatherings. Each room, filled with traces of happier times, now stands as a reminder of what they've lost, the warmth and light you brought, now glaringly missing. As they face this new reality, they must confront not only the emptiness of their environment, but the void within themselves, a gap they no longer know how to fill without you. Their efforts to redefine their identity post your departure highlight their dependence on the facade they once upheld. This enforced solitude leads them to ponder what was real and what was merely a reflection of the energy you brought, pushing them to question not only who they are, but the basis of their past interactions. Shadows flicker across the walls, creating silhouettes that look like ominous figures born from deep-seated insecurities. These ghostly images whisper about failures and defeats, reminding you of the control they once held but have now lost. In moments of sheer frustration, someone might hurl a phone against a wall in a futile attempt to silence these haunting echoes. However, such actions are pointless. Your indifference has already stripped them of their influence, leaving them to confront the nightmares they've conjured up. This story of withdrawal and transformation underscores a crucial spiritual battle. The adversary, recognizing the divine changes molding your existence, intensifies their efforts to sow doubt and impede your spiritual journey. This struggle isn't a show of their strength, but a desperate attempt to divert you from your divinely guided path, a path illuminated by celestial oversight. Each stride you take in the light propels you towards fulfilling a divine destiny that promises spiritual enrichment and myriad blessings. As malevolent forces strive to sidetrack you and make you doubt your faith and divine alignment, remember that these trials are merely steps in your spiritual development. The greater the resistance you encounter, the more significant the blessings that await you. Remain resolute. Your detachment from their realm and the fierce spiritual battles you endure signify that profound changes and victories are on the horizon. This turbulence signals that with every new achievement, the adversary's hold weakens, and the divine blueprint for your ultimate benefit becomes increasingly evident. Be mindful of the adversary's desperation. It mirrors the growth they fail to perceive, a transformation that confounds and enrages them. As you ascend, tapping into ancient wellsprings of wisdom and power concealed within the fabric of reality, your spiritual progression becomes undeniable. They see the transformation in you, the supernatural poise you radiate, and it stokes their irritation and envy. Consider those who once thrived on competition, now besieged by their jealousy. They skulk in the shadows, eyes glowing with anger, trying to mimic the growth they observe in you, striving for an evolution they cannot comprehend. In their rush, they meddle with forces beyond their control, hoping to capture a fragment of the power you effortlessly command. Yet, the spiritual realms reject those motivated by selfishness and ignorance. Their awkward attempts to bridge your worlds render them exposed, unready for the revelations that lie ahead. In their vexation, they resort to setting up rituals, lighting candles, and reciting incantations from ancient traditions. Nevertheless, their candles extinguish one by one, snuffed out by an invisible force, thrusting the room into oppressive darkness. A quiet, mocking laugh permeates the space, underscoring that the profound insights you've acquired are not meant for everyone, certainly not for those with impure intentions. The entities they invoke turn against them, leaving them isolated in the chilling void of their failures. They must accept the harsh reality. The path of your evolution is one they cannot walk, a journey they are fated never to finish. As they desperately grasp at the power you hold, it slips through their fingers, disappearing like mist in the wind. Stay alert to the deceptive tactics and distractions that try to steer you away from your path. When you spot these, just smile slightly. It shows you understand what's really happening. The obstacles you face are not just random problems, they're proof that great rewards are waiting for you. Your adversaries know this too and feel threatened by the powerful force growing within you. Every challenge and setback is a reminder of how close you are to achieving incredible things. Feel encouraged and uplifted by the difficulties you encounter. They mean that significant blessings are just around the corner. These blessings are guaranteed by the Supreme Creator, and if you faithfully adhere to His teachings, nothing can stop your destined achievements. Your foes might try to confuse and discourage you, but these are mere illusions meant to deter you from your purpose. Remain steadfast, fueled by faith and firm resolve, as the severity of your trials indicates the imminence of your rewards. Your enemies sense it too, the inevitable realization of your divine mission. To those who oppose you, you've become an enigma, a puzzle they can't solve. Your tranquility is now their worst fear because their provocations no longer affect you, and they can't breach the inner peace you've built. Unbound by their expectations and the limits they attempted to set, they wanted to constrain you, but you've risen far above their grasp. This path is yours alone, and every challenge you meet only hones you for the extraordinary future that awaits. Keep moving forward with unwavering strength and consistency, for you were born for this very purpose. In every challenge, recognize a confirmation of your divine calling as you grow more powerful like a gathering storm. The blessings are nearly within your grasp, and no obstacle can halt your ascent. The power you hold is beyond this world, and those who try to understand it through conventional means will always be left behind, watching as you ascend to realms they cannot fathom. As you surpass previous limits, those left behind feel haunted by the threat of becoming irrelevant. Their profound fear, a clear sign of their desperation, gnaws at their essence. They witness in dread as you embrace the demands of the future, which terrifies them. The ground crumbles under their feet, and in their panic they display irrational behavior, desperately clinging to the past for some semblance of stability. Consider the mentor who once celebrated your achievements but now regards your progress with envy. This mentor, who never dared to venture as far as you are now, is consumed by jealousy and teeters on the brink of sanity. They find an ancient book of forgotten prophecies. Despite its fragile and time-worn pages, this book contains powerful predictions of the emergence of the chosen ones and the downfall of those trapped in the past. As they pore over the pages, trying to escape their fate, the prophecy embeds itself even deeper, marking them with the clear truth of their imminent obsolescence. Choosing to remain silent when confronted with the desperation of others conveys a profound message. This silence signifies a definitive closure, indicating your growth beyond their influence. As a result, they are left to contend with their diminishing significance, realizing that their control is waning. Every challenge you surmount reaffirms the strength bestowed upon you from higher powers. The Creator, with His infinite wisdom, has imbued your spirit with unwavering resilience, rendering you invincible. With each victory, your inner fortitude intensifies. You are destined to succeed. Anticipate the divine favor that is heading your way. The difficulties you encounter are not merely barriers. They are the harbingers of imminent blessings. History shows that those who persevere through adversity are often rewarded handsomely. Have faith in the divine timing. When the moment is right, you will be propelled toward your destiny with an undeniable force proclaiming your invincibility. As you cultivate your inner strength, you begin to realize the extent of your potential, a realization that instills fear in your adversaries. They are aware of your capabilities when you align with the divine, and this awareness drives them into a state of desperation. They attempt to sever your spiritual ties, fearful of the heights you might reach. This fear is evident in a revelation they have long feared. You were never truly one of them. Now that you have accepted your true self, it compels them to confront their own ordinariness, an inadequacy they have consistently denied. At their core, they always sensed your uniqueness, an enigma they could not decipher. Yet, as you fully embrace your power, it radiates brilliantly, casting deep shadows over their pretenses. Consider a sibling or a childhood friend who once competed with you, always striving for the same accolades. Now, they find themselves isolated, haunted by memories that once brought warmth, but now feel cold and remote. They leaf through old photographs, experiencing a shiver as they notice your fading image in each one, while their own remains vivid. Panic overwhelms them as they frantically search for any remnants of you, only to find that all traces have vanished, as if you never existed in their life. The walls around them seem to draw closer, echoing a stark truth they have attempted to overlook. You were never their peer, never destined to walk the same path. Their life has stagnated, unchanged, while you have advanced. Your once reassuring presence is now elusive, out of their grasp. The realization of this truth devastates them, leaving them hollow and desperate. They are forced to acknowledge that the connection they believed in never truly existed, a tie you have long severed. Your rise underscores their stasis, and now, as they languish in the gloom of their own making, they are plagued by the inescapable reality that you have outstripped them, and they were never meant to follow. Consider these new insights as beacons of light during your darker moments. They are meant to turn your trials into stepping stones that catapult you towards fulfilling your destiny. Each challenge you encounter is carefully crafted to lift you higher and promise more significant victories. Be comforted by the knowledge that these difficulties herald the arrival of blessings, each appearing just as you surmount the previous obstacle. Their desperation is now glaringly obvious, a testament to the universe's call for equilibrium and justice. They once manipulated your emotions and steered your decisions for their gain, wielding their influence with chilling accuracy. But as you've grown more resilient and impervious to their schemes, their control over you has begun to diminish. Now, in the shadowy recesses of their office, surrounded by the remnants of their once formidable power, papers and agreements, they are disintegrating into obscurity, consumed by the fire of their own desperation. This diminishing influence pushes them to the edge of madness, where even a raven, far more than just a bird, but a harbinger of their impending defeat, sits silently, its piercing eyes cutting through their facade. The fire of their desperation internally scorches them, forcing a confrontation with the grim reality that their reign over you is over. The control they believed they had has evaporated like a desert mirage. Amidst these events, the cosmic wheel inexorably turns, pressing down on them with relentless force. Your former adversary, once bold and self-assured, now wanders lost within a maze of mirrors. Each reflection reveals the cracks in their armor, the hollowness of their victories, and the superficiality of their pride. Caught in this self-made trap, they cannot escape the walls that close in, compelling them to acknowledge truths they have long ignored. The barren soil beneath mirrors their drained spirit, weighed down with the debts of their actions. Meanwhile, you have severed the ties that once linked you to their machinations. Every attempt they made to control you has backfired, entangling them in their own snares. Your disengagement is not a sign of defeat, but a declaration of your empowerment. As they struggle to regain the sway they've lost, you step into the light of a new beginning, calm and undisturbed. The storms they orchestrated to threaten you now bypass you harmlessly, leaving them to endure the tempest's wrath. The darkness they wielded now swallows them, creating a vortex of their own making. As they plunge deeper into despair, your light only grows brighter. Caught in the turmoil of their downfall, they witness your rise, untouched by their attempts to drag you down. Their actions have merely accentuated your resilience, contrasting sharply with their vulnerability. As you welcome this new dawn, it serves as a testament to your enduring strength, your indomitable spirit, and the protective embrace of the cosmos. They skulk in the shadows, their influence reduced to feeble attempts. Standing on the threshold of this new chapter, you radiate a formidable power while they are left to ponder their irreversible defeat. The balance has shifted in your favor, and you stand triumphant, reveling in the glow of your persistent light. As we wrap up this journey into spiritual warfare, it's clear that each challenge has not only tested but also strengthened you, aligning you closer with your divine destiny. The dark forces that once seemed formidable now merely highlight your growing power and spiritual alignment. As they diminish into the shadows, your path lights up, guided by divine forces. Remember, the essence of your journey can be encapsulated in one word: detachment. This concept has liberated you from their influence, allowing your spirit to soar. Share your experiences and thoughts in the comments with the word detachment to affirm your commitment to overcoming and rising above. Stand strong in your faith, continue to illuminate your path, and inspire those who walk with you. Together, we move beyond the shadows, empowered and unstoppable.